ND right there. Boom. ND. That is more than likely what caused this second American in Minneapolis to get shot. I did a full video. It's 9 minutes. It's the most recent one. I want y'all to go look at that video first, or even after this, right? Because it'll give some further context about the things that I'm about to talk about right now. I want to give you guys a timeline of where we kind of fucked up, how context matters, and I want to plead with people on the right. I want to plead with you because if you are the people that are ushering in the destruction of the Constitution, it's the wildest shit ever. So I want to acknowledge you as humans and acknowledge a few things. One, they were blowing whistles and peaceably assembling generally for this video. The first lady in the video, again, go watch the video, that lady was shoved because she was blowing whistles and alerting them to ICE, all right? The guy that's died, his name was Alex. He comes to her aid. He gets pepper sprayed. He goes down. Other agents converge. They can see, one of them sees his concealed carry. It was never drawn. Now, before I go further, I want to be very clear with y'all. I'm just giving y'all an objective timeline of things. This is a good faith conversation, all right? That firearm was never drawn by this guy that's now the deceased. The one officer takes the firearm and then, like shown in this video, he has a negligent discharge. Now, other officers can assume that means the guy on the ground, meaning the deceased, has a gun. That's why they hear the round go off. Other officers are saying gun, gun, gun. It's a shit show. It's horrible miscommunication. And then they put rounds in them. They then shoot and kill an American. Again, the full video with multiple angles is in my YouTube channel. It's all over my X page. It's in the thread. Go watch it again, all right? But let's be clear. If we're going to have a good faith conversation, the officer, based on the video, the officer did not ask the deceased for ID. The officer did not issue commands. The officer did shove a woman filming to the ground. He did, that officer did, pepper spray that woman and the deceased. Based on the video that we saw from a few seconds, maybe 30, 40 seconds leading up into the pepper spray and all of that, this was a peaceable assembly. The officers did then dogpile on him. They did take his firearm and they did shoot him. That sequence of events happened. The conversation is more around if they shouldn't have been protesting and all of that. And I want to be very, very honest with you as conservatives. The right to peaceable assembly, those criteria were met. I disagree with their reason for doing it. With all of that evidence in context and a nuance and an objective good faith view, if you land anywhere other than this is a bad shoot, you're simply being disingenuous because you want unlawful immigration to stop. Notice I said bad shoot. I don't think murder. Murder means intent, like Border Patrol agents got out and was like, yeah, let me kill somebody today. No, I don't think that. Murder got to have premeditation. It's got to have intent. This was a bad shoot based on poor communication and poor training. Look, you, as conservatives, as right of center people, I'm more specifically talking to y'all right now. You currently have been told that America, like there's leftists who hate America. So you have less empathy for those Americans. And I get it. And I agree that some of those leftists, especially the ones with big bullhorns in media, they talk a lot of that anti-America shit. So it's natural if you love America, your countrymen and your countrywomen, it's natural that you are gonna like defend the people pushing back against those people. If from your perspective, and media's told you that they're there to defend the people that want to steal from America, unlawful immigration is a thing. So if media's told you that they're all fucking criminals and they're all rapists and all of this other shit, I get it. So it's natural. You don't have an empathy for those people defending those people. So you don't care what happens to them. I get it. I'm not an open borders welfare state dude at all. All right? At all. I believe that America and the world should be a point where people should be able to travel freely, but that's not the current reality. And you cannot have open borders in a welfare state. I'm a libertarian that understands the nuance. And if I can say that as a libertarian, you got to at least be able to say, this Border Patrol, ICE, National Guard concoction is a fucking shit show. Multiple things can be true simultaneously. The existence of unlawful immigration is an issue. The concoction of fucking federal agencies are handling this poorly. And more productive solutions exist. While you gotta contend with the difficulty of states' rights. But more productive solutions do exist. And these conflicting issues and seeming like leftists hate America and their politicians and this, that, and third, and states' rights, it's easy to just lean into dictatorial, authoritarian shit. The conflicting issues make you go, fuck the rules, nobody's playing by the Constitution anyway. But you allowing that frustration from one scenario into another. You are currently justifying bad tactics, overreach, and the death of Americans by federal agents. If I'm watching you actually go fuck around and find out. Meanwhile, you just said J6, you was upset. I knew Ashley Babbitt. She died in J6. That wasn't okay. Daniel Shaver getting murdered by police for compliance. Like, these things aren't okay. You are contradictory right now, and as your brother, I work with and for y'all. I'm telling y'all that your frustration is also being fed by the media that sold you some fucking lies. They want to hype you up to get you compliant with and useful for ushering in more government control. You are a victim right now of classic Hegelian dialect. We create a problem, we present the solution, we sell you the solution, and that includes stealing some more of your rights. This happened after fucking 9/11 with the Patriot Act. And I say this to y'all with love and respect. I am not your enemy, and you know what? I want to apologize to y'all, because my tone and some of my verbiage might make you feel like I'm your enemy, right? I've called some of y'all bootlickers, but I want to right now apologize for that, and I want to give y'all an olive branch. I'm going to stop using the term bootlicker to create a safe space for y'all. Even that, safe space, I'm not saying that sarcastically. I just think that now it looks like me being the solutionary, head solutionary in charge, looking at everybody being on extremes, I got to be even more careful with my words. And I'm choosing to do that. That's not like an offense to my First Amendment rights. I am choosing to get rid of the word bootlicking out of my vocabulary as it relates to some of the actions that y'all are doing, right? Because it seems like it's muddy in the waters and I might be attacking y'all. So I'm going to stop using it. It's not productive to my overall goal. It's just not. So I'm going to stop. What is my goal? First, in this video, I want to share how we both getting played. Yep. You and me, you and I are both being played. We right now arguing on social media while the surveillance state, Palantir, no more conversation about the fucking Epstein files, which might have been the globally largest pedophile blackmail network. That's not being talked about. The security apparatus, the panopticon, is growing and shrinking. We're not paying attention to the ground shrinking underneath our feet. And I'm saying this to y'all as your brother. I work for y'all and I work with y'all. I want a return to limited government principles and while removing violent, unlawful criminals from our communities. I want both of those things. I want to reiterate that. I am not saying open borders and everybody should just, I'm saying we got to streamline the process and the violent criminals got to go. Okay? I'm not a fucking leftist. I am balanced though. I am going to evaluate things on a case-by-case scenario. So I want to have a good faith conversation with y'all and discuss solutions to that. I'm open to it. And I value you as an American, and I have a serious distrust for government, and I don't think that fucking government overreach or these people giving like blank checks as federal agents with their poor training, I do not think that they're allies of the American people. I do think that they think they're doing the right thing, but I don't think their actions are creating solutions. And I'm sure that y'all know that and share the same desires of safe communities just like me. So I want to just put the ego down for a second and come to y'all as y'all brother. The people of that community in Minneapolis, St. Paul or whatever, were outside blowing fucking whistles and not blocking traffic. Again, the Renee Goodman situation was a little bit difficult because there's more of a convoluted, was she blocking traffic? But in this situation, the dude that got killed was literally blowing whistles and saying, hey, go past. We can't abandon the Constitution when we get frustrated. That's why you probably pushed back when the COVID jab mask mandate bullshit was happening. Even though it was presented as this is the safer for America, this is da-da-da-da, Americans still had a right to peaceably assemble, even when I disagree when they're doing it. That does not justify use of deadly force, y'all. Come on, let's keep it the fuck real. And suggesting that it does just low-key like means that we just need a civics class or lost the meaning of limited government. In the videos right here, we can all see the same thing from multiple angles. And that's what's bugged out to me. We seeing this All watching the same thing, slow-mo. I'm seeing some of y'all chop and edit it to make it look like that's not what it is. But in good faith, the long format videos and the slow down ones, we all seeing the same thing. The officers exhibited horrible training, y'all. And that ended in death. Disagree or agree with the protest. That part happened. Again, multiple things can be true at once. We can all at least gotta agree that Americans need to fucking train and be more informed on how to move better, whether that's protesters and or law enforcement. Border Patrol handled this particular instance horribly. But we can all agree that training is always, education and training is always, should be the go-to. So I'm gonna choose to focus on preventing these types of things via training, while giving olive branches to y'all. If anyone would like to not be impacted negatively, or your family members not be impacted negatively by this shit, you should learn how to do this little list of things. Operate and avoid in these, or avoid these scenarios. Know your rights in them. Know the civic process of them. How to move when carrying a firearm. Treat a shot or a stab wound or person. And if that's something that you want to be informed by, we have a few online classes for you below. If you're watching this on any other platform other than Instagram, just hit the links below, all right? If you want to take the imminent threat class, comment the word threat. You want to take the firearms basics class, comment BGM. You want to take the civics and liberty class, comment civics. You want to take stop the bleed, type bleed. You want to take know your rights, type rights. Either way, we got a class for everybody. This got to be an informative situation that we pulling something from this. And again, I understand disagreement in political discourse for sure, but let's not forget to pull whatever we can from this shit, man. This weekend, a lot of people gonna be snowed in. Now is the perfect time to take a fucking class from the comfort of your house. And I'm saying this as presenting an olive branch, reiterating what my position as a servant of you. I'm a public servant for you, the people, especially folks on the right, not dissing the folks on the left, all Americans. We gotta extend the olive branch, communicate what our agenda is. My agenda is a solutionary, as well as presenting education and training. Respect to all who deserve it. Please, when you see this, repost it, subscribe, feel free to DM or at me any questions you may have. Hit the links, take the classes. My name is Maj Toure, the founder of Solutionary University and Black Guns Matter. Hope to see you taking a class this weekend while this inclement weather is out and you stuck in it. Be safe, be solutionary.